With our timber frame L dismantled and now put back together again, complete with a big steel beam, it is time to start thinking about some of the interior finishes, including our kitchen. Helen, how are you?
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Karen, good to see you again.
Good to see you as well.
So nice to have you back helping us with the interior design. A kitchen's obviously an important step. So Helen, have you given any thought to the countertops yet? Do you know where you're leaning?
Sure, I have. I'm partial to a natural material. And we're thinking seriously about soapstone.
Oh yeah, classic.
Classic New England. And I'm a scientist. I've been working on soapstone.
Oh, that's right. I hadn't thought about
my
that.
life. Never had it in a kitchen.
Sure.
So excited to look at that, and really, this place is huge. There's all kinds of materials in here.
There are thousands of slabs here. We're in the right place, a huge warehouse. And I think we should start with engineered quartz. We can look at other things as well. There's a lot to see here,
Yeah.
thousands of
Sounds
slabs.
good.
Good to look at it all. We've got it all right here at our fingertips.
Kevin, this is Al.
Al, nice
This
to
is
meet you.
Al's
Nice to meet you,
family
Kevin.
business. He imports slabs of material from all over the world.
Terrific.
Beautiful things to see here.
Yeah, including some quartz samples, right?
Yes, this is a Maine-made product. We call it engineering stone. And the pros of this material, it doesn't have any pores. So this material should not stain.
I mean, people love it because it is so durable.
The only downside about this product, you have to worry a little bit about the heat. So your pans, your pots that are hot, you have to be careful a little bit with this material.
Gotcha.
So it's always good to put something underneath when you have a quartz in your countertop.
Right.
I think it's actually beautiful, but it has a very modern feel.
They've got a timber frame from the 1720s.
You know,
I don't think quartz is actually, well, we know quartz is not what you're looking for, but it's good to know it's an option. Although I think we're committed to natural materials, right?
correct.
Which I think you must have millions of.
Yes, we do. Right this way, Kevin. So, Kevin, this is one of our most popular marbles that we have in the warehouse. It is a local marble from Vermont. We call it the Danby marble. Good material for a kitchen countertop, but you have to worry about the porosity on this material. So marbles has a lot of calcium. And when marbles have a lot of calcium, the pores are usually more open.
Right.
So you could stain this material easy compared to the engineered stone.
Right. So a little trade-off with the natural stone, but it is classic, right?
This is just gorgeous. I mean, it's very quiet, but it still has a lot of variation in it.
Can I
I
put
love
you into
it.
a quiet piece of marble, perchance?
Well, it seems like it has kind of a much more look at me
Yeah.
than we want the countertop, I think, to be in the background a bit more.
Not quiet enough, Al. I think.
Not quiet enough.
All right, I think we're moving on from the marble. It is beautiful, though.
It is.
What else you got naturally you can show us? What am I looking at here, Al?
This is a black granite called the jet mist. It's not too soft and not too hard. You have to be careful with things that still could stain, but it's more strong versus the marble, which is a softer material.
And it's darker, Helen, so does that sort of tone work sort of with your timber frame idea?
I think the darker tone is good, but I'd like something, I think, with more movement in it.
This is kind of monolithic.
So the next one over is the Baraka soapstone.
So soapstone, and this is kind of
Soapstone.
what you had in your head, Helen, soapstone. Does this live up to what you had in your head in terms of look?
This is more beautiful than what I had in my head.
Oh, that's
I just
good.
love it.
More beautiful is better than less beautiful.
Yeah, it has a lot of variation in it, and it has some different color. You know, some gray, bluish, some greenish streaks,
Yep.
right, coming through here.
And Karen, as our advisor, would you suggest that it's a good choice for us?
I thought it was a great choice. It looks wonderful with the cabinet
Yeah.
color. I 100% approve. I absolutely love it.
So that's 2 votes for it, Al. Although it is a very different stone, even though it's natural, like the granite and the marble, right? It is different than anything
It
we've
is,
seen.
it is. Correct, Kevin. This is a soapstone. It's probably one of the softest material by nature
Right.
because it's made of talc. Nevertheless, the Baraka soapstone, it is a harder soapstone that gives you that strength that you're looking for your kitchen countertop.
Right.
It gives you that nice rustic old feeling on an old house.
If it were to be scratched, which it could be.
It could be.
What do we
It could
do?
be scratched. So you could easily repair a soapstone with a very fine sandpaper.
Yeah.
You sand it down, then you reapply the mineral oil on the material, and it blends in and becomes a perfect material again.
Yeah, so let's talk about that oil, because we do want to oil it, we do want to protect it. So can you help us think through staining with all of these materials?
Of course, Kevin. I have some samples here to show it to you. We have a couple marbles. One marble is from Brazil. The other one is a Danby marble, Vermont, local.
Nice.
We got a couple of granites in here. One is polished, the other one is honed. And we also have the 2 soapstones.
And you made a mess of them all. What did you put on them?
So we put this on about for 12 hours. We put lime, wine, and turmeric on each one of these samples to show it to you if it will stain or not.
All right, well, and now we wipe them off 12 hours later?
Yes, sir.
Go for it.
So we wipe these off, and you will see the reaction on each one of them.
Yes. I'm going to get a little bit of that turmeric off of this right there. That's the lime in this corner?
That's the lime on that corner right there. This is the wine in here. The turmeric, eventually you can see it stains.
So I come down in the morning and my kids are getting grounded for sure, because that is not going away, those colors?
Yes, I mean, you probably will have a hard time trying to remove that on a marble because, as I mentioned, the pores are more open, so it could stain much easier.
Right, and then even on the Brazilian, it really performs in a similar manner, right?
Correct, and you can see perfectly where the wine is and the turmeric is, and where the lime was, it actually etched the material. So you lose that shine, the reflection on the material, the polish, and you see more of a mark. So the granite is definitely more resistant, but it does have pores, so you could definitely stain the material as well.
Okay, so definitely did better than the marble, although there are some remnants right there. And then the soapstone, moment of truth.
Sure.
So I don't get the color. I do see the outlines of these materials, though.
Exactly. This is mostly superficial, Kevin. As you can see, the product has not gone into the material.
So I see it here, but you're saying that it has not absorbed down into the material?
Into the material.
Would I see that in something else? Let me just pull up the...
Sure. If you look at the marble and compare versus the red wine, you see the stain that went inside the material because the pores are open.
Right. So that surface staining that I've got on the soapstone, that's going to go away, or I could fix that, whereas with the marble, there's just no fixing that at all.
Correct. I mean, this superficial, you can eventually clean it out and buff it out, versus the marble, you will actually have to use a product to go in the material in order to remove that stain.
Is this why you use this stuff in the lab?
Absolutely.
Well, are you still comfortable using it in your kitchen?
Yeah, and I have to say, great experiment, guys.
From a scientist, well done. Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.